Hey, it's Brett here, and I want to talk about a quick topic that came up in a conversation this last weekend with somebody that I know. They were talking about the pace and pace of life and just how breakneck it is, how relentless it is, how exhausting it is after a while, and the stress that kind of builds from it because you just never feel like you catch up. You never feel like you get ahead. You never feel like you could even keep up with that pace. And the pace keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed. You try to fit more things in and you have to keep such a greater pace to try to keep up with that. And it's just never ending. So here's the thing. I broke it down kind of three things I was thinking about today as I was just kind of stewing this through my head. Number one thing is you got to be intentional. Think of the amount of things that we do that really don't move the needle in our lives, the things we commit ourselves to that are not important, whether it's dealing with our families or things at work or personal things that we do that we don't want to do. They don't really make any things any better. And all they do is end up causing more stress in our lives. You've got to get more intentional with the things that you want in there. The quality time you spend with your spouse, the quality time you spend with your kids, the things at work that actually cause productive results that come from it over the course of time, or the things that you do for yourself that recharge you and refuel you. Get intentional. Write these things down. A practice I've had for the last probably 2 or 3 years now is beginning of the day, I write down what I call my power list. I stole it from Andy Frisella. The 5 top things that are the most important things that day. And I'll typically put 3 or 4 of those will be work-related things that are very specific to moving the needle, moving the ball down the field. And then I'll put at least one, if not a couple extra things that I can do in my personal life, whether it's for myself, my family, or close people around me that move the needle in those relationships that are on there. So getting intentional with that. Number 2 kind of goes along with this, but you've got to get better at saying no. When you say no, you make room for the things you really actually want. And when you say no, you're slowing the pace down because you're not just piling more things on that are not necessary in your life in some capacity. And we say yes because of the fact we don't want to disappoint people. We want to show people we're capable of doing something. And we just feel like it makes us better or more worthy because we're busy. People that tell me they're busy all the time, I feel sorry for them after a while. Busy is not a badge of honor. Busy is a sign that you don't have any boundaries. You don't have any self-control over your own life. So saying no is a necessity if you want to actually find some level of joy in your life and to bring the pace down on there. And the last thing that's very simple is that you've got to start to schedule things in your life that ultimately give you a break. You've got to find a break somehow in the things that you do. During the day, schedule 10 minutes, 5 minutes to go for a walk. Schedule 5 minutes to just shut your eyes. Take a dang nap. I look at my kids, when they take a nap for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, they're like a completely different person on the other side. And for kids that are 4 years old, 6 years old, 2 years old, it's a necessity for them to take a nap and slow down. As adults, we don't think we need rest during the day, but in all reality, we need tons of rest. We need to find ways to recharge our mind. I love taking walks because taking a walk, it disconnects me from the chaos that's going on at the office. It disconnects me from my phone because I leave it back in there. And that's another thing. Take a break from your phone. Put it away. When you're constantly under stimuli and you're constantly, someone's asking you a question on a text or a phone call or an email, the pace is constant. It's faster and faster and faster and faster to get it all done. So again, schedule some breaks on there. So number 1, get intentional with the things that are really, really important to you in regards to making things happen in your day. Start with the power list. 5 things in that day that move the needle. Number 2, learn to say no. You disappointing people because you said no is actually a sign that you're probably doing what it is that you actually need to do. So look at that as an indicator you're on the right path with it. And third on there, schedule some breaks for yourself so that way you're not constantly from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. on. You got to turn it off once in a while. You got to recharge and do the things that actually bring you back, bring a little bit of life back into you and slow the thing down once and for all. So again, work on those 3 things, slow the pace down, your quality of life, your joy in your life, your longevity, your health overall, I guarantee you will improve.